Dear students, now we are going to explain about question bank of chapter number 4. The first question is a body is projected horizontally from the top of the building, which is 19.6 meters high. So it is projected horizontally. So there will be no vertical component of velocity. So v0y is equal to 0. Initial height of the building y0 is equal to 19.6 meters. Finally it touches the ground. So final height y is equal to 0. So how long will it take? That means we need to find out the time taken. So t equal to, we need to find out t. We know vy, v0y, y0 and y, we need to find out time. So we use the second equation of motion, that is y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus of gt square. So here y is nothing but 0, y is nothing but 0 minus y0 is nothing but 19.6 equal to v0y into t. 0 into t is nothing but 0 minus of g t square. G value I am taking it as 9.8. So we unknown thing is only t. So we can find out t from here. So you will get it as t equal to 2 seconds. Okay. Next, question number 2. The horizontal and vertical displacement of the projectile at time t are, so he has given x equal to 36t, similarly y is equal to 48t minus 4.9 t square. So where x and y are in meters and t is in seconds, initial velocity, the question should be magnitude of initial velocity. Magnitude of initial velocity of the projectile in meter per second. Initial velocity is nothing but v0x and v0y. We need to find out the magnitude of them. v0x is nothing but velocity along x-axis at t equal to 0. So velocity is nothing but we need to derivate x, d by dt of x. That is, derivative of 36t is nothing but simply 36. Similarly, vy equal to derivative of y, that is 48 minus 4.9 into 2t. So in order to get initial velocity, we need to substitute t is equal to 0 in both cases. So here, by substituting t equal to 0, there is no t value here. So simply we will get v0x equal to 36 meter per second. And at t equal to 0, v0y, substitute t equal to 0 here. So this term goes to 0. So v0y equal to simply 48 meter per second. So we need to find out the magnitude of initial velocity. So magnitude of initial velocity is nothing but under root of v0x square plus v0y square. So by substituting these two values here, you will get answer for this question. Okay. Next, when the projectile is at the highest point of its trajectory, the direction of its velocity and acceleration. So here I am writing coordinate system like this. Coordinate system. And here I am drawing a path followed by the projectile. At highest point, its velocity component is nothing but this one, x component of velocity only, and acceleration component is nothing but directly downwards. So ay equal to minus g, always we know this. So what is the angle between velocity and acceleration here? 90 degrees. So they are perpendicular to each other. At maximum height. Okay. Next, the range of the projectile depends on, we know the range formula is nothing but r equal to v0 square sine 2 theta by g. It depends on velocity, it depends on angle of projection, it also depends on acceleration due to gravity. So it depends on this, depends on gravity, it depends on angle of projection. So answer is all of above. Right. Which of the following remains constant during the motion of the projectile fired from a planet? Horizontal component of velocity is constant. We know this because horizontal component of velocity is nothing but Vx equal to V0x plus Ax into t. But in projectile motion, there is no acceleration along x-axis. That is, Ax is equal to 0. Therefore, Vx is equal to V0x always. So, Vx is constant. Horizontal component of velocity is constant always. Next, an outfielder throws a 0.150 kg baseball at a speed of 40 meter per second. Initial angle is 30 degrees. What is the kinetic energy of the ball at highest point? So, at highest point, vertical component of velocity Vy is equal to 0. There exists only horizontal component of velocity Vx. We just discussed that Vx is always V0x. V0x is nothing but V0 cos theta. So here Vx equal to V0 is given as 40 and cos theta is given as 30 degrees. So cos 30. So we will get 40 into cos 30 is nothing but root 3 by 2. It will turn out as 20 root 3 meter per second. So we got Vx. Now we need to find out the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy formula is nothing but of mv square. So here of is of, we know mass, substitute mass value here and also substitute velocity value here. Velocity Vx is also known, so you will get kinetic energy answer. If the two vectors A and B, if for two vectors A and B, A cross B equal to 0, the vectors are, if A cross B is equal to 0, we know the definition of A cross B is nothing but AB sin theta. This A cross B is equal to 0, that means AB sin theta is equal to 0. That means either A has to be 0, but it is a vector, it may not be 0, or B has to be 0, or sin theta has to be 0. So I am equating sin theta is equal to 0. So sin theta equal to 0 if theta equal to 0. So that means sin value is equal to 0 when theta is equal to 0 degrees. So sin and sin get cancels. You will get theta equal to 0 degrees. 0 degrees means they are parallel to each other. Next, the two vectors ai plus aj plus 3k and q is equal to ai minus 2j minus k are perpendicular to each other. The positive value of a is, as they are perpendicular, a dot b is equal to, we know the definition of a dot b equal to ab cos theta. So as they are perpendicular, the angle between A and B is 90 degrees. So AB cos 90. Cos 90 is nothing but 0. So we should make A dot B is equal to 0. Here A dot B is nothing but the summation of product of respective components. So we need to multiply A, x component of this one and x component of this one. A into A is nothing but A square. Okay, plus here a into y component, a into minus 2 is nothing but minus 2a, plus 3 into minus k is nothing but minus 3k is equal to 0. So 3 into minus 1 is nothing but 3, not 3k. So you will get a square minus 2a minus 3 is equal to 0. Solve this quadratic equation to get a value. Next, if a is equal to 3i plus j plus 2k and b is equal to 2i minus 2j plus 4k, then value of magnitude of a cross b. First find out the a cross b value. A cross b is nothing but determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. First row we have to take it as I, j, k values. In second row we need to take the components of first vector, that is 3, 1, 2, and in third row we need to take the components of b vector, 2, -2, and 4 and 4, like this. So now A cross B is nothing but I into determinant of 2 by 2 matrix. Now I into this one, I into 1 into 4 is 4, minus -2 into 2 is nothing but -4, minus j into, now minus j into, so we need to take cross out this column and this row. So remaining thing is cross out this one, remaining thing is 3 into 4 is nothing but 12, minus 2 into 2 is nothing but 4. Next, plus k into, cross out this k row and column. You will be finding only 2 by 2 matrix of 3, 1, 2, -2. So 3 into -2 is nothing but -6, minus 2 into 1 is nothing but 2. So you will get the vector of 8i. 12 minus 4 is nothing but 8, minus 8j, and minus 8k. You will get this value. So now we need to find out magnitude of A cross B is nothing but under root of 8 square plus minus 8 whole square plus minus 8 whole square. That is 8 root 3 is the answer. Okay. Question number 10. Here consider two vectors f1 and f2. The magnitude of the scalar product of this vector is scalar product of f1 and f2. Dot product and the scalar product both are same. So to I there is no j component, plus 0j plus 5k dot, there is no x component here, so I am simply writing it as 0i plus 3j plus 4k. So now dot product is nothing but product of respective components, summation of product of respective components. That means we need to multiply this x component and this x component, that is 2 into 0 plus 0 into 3, 0 into 3 plus 5 into 4, 5 into 4. So 0 plus 0 plus 20. So the final answer is 20. Next, what is the magnitude of unit vector? The magnitude of unit vector is always equal to 1. Force is nothing but it has both magnitude and direction. Force has both magnitude and direction. Any physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called vector. So the answer is true. The angle between two vectors of magnitude 12, 18, when the resultant is 24 units, what is the angle? What is the angle here? We need to find out theta. If A is equal to 12 units and B is equal to 18 units and resultant R is equal to 24. From parallelogram law, we got an expression for resultant of two vectors is given as R equal to under root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So here R value is nothing but 24 is equal to under root of A square is nothing but 12 square and B square is nothing but 18 square plus 2 into A into B into cos theta. So here unknown thing is only cos theta. Solve this equation to get theta value. And 14th question, vector A is 2 meters long. Vector A is 2 meters long. And is 60 degrees above the x-axis. A, and it is 2 centimeters long, 60 degrees above the positive x-axis. Along x-axis. Okay, now, and vector B is 2 centimeters long and 60 degrees below the x-axis in fourth quadrant. So vector B 2 centimeters long and 60 degrees below the, okay, so now this one, vector A and vector B. Now resolve the vectors into components. X component of A is x component of A is 2 cos 60, and y component is nothing but 2 sin 60. And similarly, x component of B is nothing but, it is 2 centimeters long and making 60 degrees angle, so it is 2 cos 60, and y component is nothing but 2 sin 60. This 2 sin 60 and 2 sin 60 are equal and opposite to each other, they are cancels. So now the resultant is only pointing along x-axis, 2 cos 60 and 2 cos 60. They are pointing along x-axis. So resultant R is equal to 2 cos 60 plus 2 cos 60. That is 4 cos 60. That is 4 into cos 60 is nothing but 1 by 2. That is 2 centimeters long and direction is along positive x-axis. Right. Question number 15. 15. Two vectors P is equal to y plus 2 bj plus 2k and q is equal to I plus j plus k will be parallel if, as they are parallel, that means a cross b is equal to 0. So find out the a cross b value and make it equal to 0. A cross b is nothing but the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. In first row it must be written as ijk. Second row is nothing but 2 b and 2. Third row is nothing but 1 1 1 1 1 1. Find out the determinant and equate it to 0. You will get the b value. Right. 16. A vector A points vertically upwards and B points towards north. Vector A vertically upwards. That means upward means z axis. What is the unit vector along z axis? That is k. And consider z axis. Upward means z axis. And consider B points towards north. North means here I am drawing east and north. East is nothing but x-axis, north is nothing but y-axis, and upward is nothing but z-axis. Z-axis is upward direction. So here B points, vector B points along north direction. That means y-axis. In y-axis, what is the unit vector? J is the unit vector. Now we need to find out A cross B here. A cross B is equal to K cross J. K cross J is nothing but simply I. I is nothing but pointing along x-axis. What is there along x-axis? East direction. So A cross B will be along east direction. This is the answer. Next, the angle made by the vector A equal to I plus J. Here vector A is equal to I plus J, and angle with x-axis. X-axis is nothing but, let the vector along x-axis is nothing but B. Along x-axis is nothing but, it has only x component, that is nothing but, unit vector along x-axis is nothing but I. Now you can find out angle between I plus J and I. Here I am finding out A dot B. A dot B is nothing but, the product of x components is nothing but I into I is nothing but 1, and j into, here 0 j is there. So 1 into 0 is nothing but 0. 1 plus 0 is nothing but simply 1. So A dot B is equal to 1. A dot B can be written as AB cos theta is equal to 1. A is nothing but magnitude of A. Magnitude of A equal to under root of x component square plus y component square. That is magnitude of A equal to simply A is nothing but root 2. And similarly, magnitude of B is nothing but magnitude of I, that is equal to 1. So here A equal to root 2 and B equal to 1 into cos theta is equal to 1. So therefore cos theta is equal to 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. So cos theta value is 1 by root 2 if theta is equal to 45 degrees. So cos and cos cancels. So we get theta is equal to 45 degrees here. The answer is B. Steve is driving his car to take care of some errands. The first errand has him driving to a location of 2 kilometers east. First one is 2 kilometers east. Next one, 6 kilometers north of his starting location. Six kilometers north of his starting location. Once he completes that errand, he drives to the second one, which is 4 kilometers east and 2 kilometers south of the first errand. 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers east and 2 kilometers south of the errand. 2 kilometers south of the errand. What is the magnitude of the vector that describes how far the car has traveled from the starting point rounded to the nearest kilometers? Here x components are, one is 2 kilometers, another is 4 kilometers. So x component of displacement is 2 plus 4, that is 6 kilometers, and y component is nothing but one is plus 6 kilometers, 6, another is pointing towards south, that means minus 2. So you will get 4 kilometers. So what is the magnitude? Distance is nothing but magnitude of displacement, that is under root of x square plus y square. So you will get under root of 6 square plus 4 square, that is root 36 plus 16 is nothing but root 52. Root 52 is nearly approximately equal to 7 kilometers. So answer is 7 kilometers. Next, Steve walks from point P to point Q. The curved part of his path is a semicircle. What is the magnitude of his displacement from point P to point Q? Magnitude of displacement. Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between initial and final positions. Initial is P, final is Q. So this is the shortest distance. So from here to here is 10 meters and here to here is 10 meters. So the displacement is equal to 10 plus 20, that is 20 meters. Answer is this. Next, question number 20. Which of the following groups are vector quantities? Velocity is vector, displacement is vector, but energy is not a vector. Next, momentum is a vector, acceleration is vector, but work is a scalar. Weight is a vector, momentum is vector, displacement is vector. So correct answer is C. Which of the following is a scalar quantity? Acceleration is a vector, and electric field is also a vector quantity. Displacement is also a vector quantity. Here work is a scalar quantity. So which of the following is a scalar quantity? Work. Right. Next, question number 22. The position of a particle in a rectangular coordinate system is 3, 2, 5. What will be the position vector? So here position vector is nothing but it should be expressed in vector form, that is in unit vector notation. So unit vector notation, x component is 3, so 3i, plus y component is 2, so 2j, and z component is 5, so plus 5k. So this is the answer, 3i plus 2j plus 5k. 3i plus 2j plus 5k is the answer. Next, what is the displacement vector of the particle that moves from point P to point Q? So initial point is P, initial point is P, and final point Q is equal to 3 comma 4 comma 5, right? So displacement is nothing but displacement is final position minus initial position. So final is nothing but 3i plus 4j plus 5k minus initial. Initial is nothing but 2i plus 3j plus 5k. Okay, so the answer is 3 minus 2 is nothing but I. 3 minus 2 is nothing but I, and 4j minus 3j is nothing but j, and 5k minus 5k is nothing but 0. So answer is I plus j is the answer. So C is the answer. Next, a bomber plane moves horizontally with a speed of 500 meter per second. Horizontal velocity v0x is nothing but 500 meter per second, and a bomb released from it strikes the ground in 10 seconds. So here time is equal to 10 seconds. Time is equal to 10 seconds. Angle at which it strikes the ground will be. What is the angle that it strikes the ground? We need to find out the angle here. So here v0x is there. We need to find out v0y. So here I am taking vy equal to v0y minus gt. Here it is thrown horizontally, so v0y equal to 0 minus g value I am taking it as 10 into t is nothing but 10. So vy is equal to minus 100 meter per second, and vx is equal to 500 meter per second. So we know vx and vy values. So tan theta equal to y component by x component, vy by vx, that is minus 100 divided by 500. Okay, so solve for theta. Theta is equal to tan inverse of 100 divided by 500. You will get the answer by solving this. Next, a body is thrown horizontally from the top of a tower of height 5 meters. Horizontally means vertical. Initial component of y component of velocity equal to 0, and it touches the ground at a distance of 10 meters from the foot of the tower. Initial height of the tower y0 is equal to 5 meters. When it touches the ground, final position y is equal to 0, and at a distance of, it touches the ground at a distance of x equal to 10 meters from the tower. The initial velocity of the body is, what is the initial velocity? To find out this, I am using first equation as, first one as y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus half gt square. So here y is equal to 0 minus y0 is 5 equal to v0y is nothing but 0 minus of, I am taking g value as 10 t square. Okay, so minus 5 equal to minus half into 10 into t square. So here minus and minus get cancels. So 5 into 2 is nothing but 10. 10 is equal to 10 t square. So here This 10 and 10 get cancelled. You will get t square is equal to 1. That means t is equal to 1 second. We got t value here. We got t value here. What is the initial velocity of the bodies? We need to find out initial velocity of the body. Initial velocity v0 x equal to v0 cos theta, but it is pointing, it is thrown along horizontal direction, so cos 0 is nothing but 1. So initial v0 x equal to simply v0. Now the initial velocity of the bodies, he has given that horizontal range x. So here x is equal to, we know, v0 x into t. Okay, he has given x equal to 10, that is equal to v0 x is nothing but simply initial velocity v0 into t value, we have gotten it as 1. Therefore the answer for v0 is nothing but 10 by 1 is nothing but 10 meter per second is the correct answer. Now an aeroplane flying 490 meters above the ground level, so at 100 meter per second, so v0x equal to 100 meter per second, and initial height y0 is equal to 490 meters, and releases a block. How far on the ground will it strike? So we need to find out x component here. So to find out x component, we know x is equal to v0 x into time. So we know here v0 x value is given as 100 meter per second, but we don't know time. So we need to find out the time value here. To find out the time, when it touches the ground, final position y is equal to 0. So I am writing an equation y minus y0 is equal to v0y into t minus of gt square. So y is nothing but 0 minus y0 is nothing but 490 equal to v0y. As the aeroplane is flying along a horizontal direction, vertical component of velocity is equal to 0 meter per second. So 0 minus of, I am taking g value as 10 here, 10 t square. So minus 490 is equal to minus 25 minus 5t square. So here minus and minus get cancels. So t square is equal to 490 divided by, just to take it as 9.8 of 5. I am writing it as 4.9. That is t square equal to 100. That means t is equal to 10 seconds. We got t is equal to 10 seconds. Now we need to find out x value here. X equal to v0 x is nothing but how much? 100 into t is nothing but, here we have gotten it as 10. So x, horizontal distance x equal to 1000 meters. 1000 meters is the answer. A bullet is dropped from the same height when another bullet is fired horizontally. Dropped means v0y is equal to 0, and another bullet is fired horizontally. Horizontally means, in this case, x equal to v0x is there, but horizontal means y component of velocity again 0 in the case of a bullet is dropped from the same height when another bullet 1 dropped from the same height. Dropped means initial velocity is equal to 0 for first bullet. For second bullet also, as it is thrown horizontally, so vertical component of velocity is equal to 0 for second bullet also. So now they will hit the ground. See here, I am using, their y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus of gt square. And for second bullet, I am writing y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus of gt square. Okay. For first bullet, they are releasing from same height. So y minus y0 is same for both cases. Okay, so y minus y0 is same. Therefore, y minus y0 is equal to v0y is equal to 0 minus half gt square. So y minus y0 equal to minus half gt square. In this case also, y minus y0 is equal to v0y is nothing but 0 minus half gt square. So here you will get t as same. Y minus y0 is same in both cases. Same in both cases. And half g is same. Half g is same here. So t is also same. We will get t is same. That means they strike the ground simultaneously. Question number 28. Now, a stone is just released from the window of a train moving along the horizontal straight track. The stone will hit the ground in following in parabolic path. It is released means v0y is equal to 0. So we know from second equation of motion y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus half gt square. So y minus y0 is equal to minus half gt square. So if we take y along y-axis, position along y-axis and time along x-axis, and this curve y is proportional to t square here. This indicates this is a parabolic equation. Right. Question number 29. The maximum range of a gun on horizontal terrain is 16 kilometers. If g equal to 10 meter per second square, what will be the muzzle velocity? Horizontal range is equal to v0 square sine 2 theta divided by g. So here the range will become maximum if theta equal to 45 degrees. Range will become maximum. Therefore, R maximum is equal to v0 square sine 2 into theta. Theta is nothing but 45 divided by g. So v0 square divided by g. Here sine 90 is nothing but 1. Okay. So he has given R maximum equal to 16 kilometers. That means 16,000 meters is equal to v0 square divided by g. Take it as 10. Okay. By solving this, you will get the answer for v0 value. Next, in uniform circular motion, the velocity vector and the acceleration vectors are in uniform circular motion. Velocity vector always points in tangential direction, and acceleration is always pointing downwards towards to the center of the circle. So angle between them is how much? 90 degrees. So they are always perpendicular to each other. The answer is this. Next, a motorcycle driver doubles its velocity when he is taking a turn. It is circular motion again. In circular motion, the centripetal acceleration formula A equal to V square by R. So here A is directly proportional to V square. And when velocity doubles, acceleration becomes 4 times. A is proportional to 2V square. That when velocity is doubles 4V square, that means acceleration becomes 4 times. Answer is 4 times. A stone is thrown vertically upward with a velocity of 10 meter per second. Initial velocity along y-axis equal to 10 meter per second. From a tower of 75 meters, initial position y0 equal to 75 meters. Find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground. When it hits the ground, final position y equal to 0. We need to find out t value. What is t value here? So we use second equation of motion, that is y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus half gt square. We know y value is given, y0 is also given, v0y is given. We don't know t, half is half, G value, take it as 10. It is also known. So unknown thing is time. So find out this equation to get the answer. Right. Next, a particle is moving in a horizontal circle with constant speed. It has constant velocity. No, because velocity direction is always changing. Okay, velocity direction is keep on changing at every time. Direction is changing, so velocity is not constant. Velocity is not constant. As well, displacement is also not constant. Direction is different. Acceleration is always changing. Acceleration is also changing at each and every point. So acceleration is not constant. Kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is nothing but half mv square. Here, half is constant. Mass is also constant. V is nothing but here speed. As it is moving in uniform circular motion with constant speed. As speed is constant, kinetic energy is constant. So correct answer is kinetic energy. Vector A having magnitude 2.5 kilometers pointing 35 degrees south of east. X-axis. I'm drawing a x-axis here and y-axis. X-axis is nothing but east, north, and it is west. Downward is nothing but south. Right. Vector A having magnitude 2.5 meters pointing 37 degrees south of east. From east to south 37 degrees. East of south. Having magnitude 2.5 meters. So let it a vector A. So resolve vector into components. Ax equal to A cos theta. And similarly, Ay is equal to A sin theta. Ay is equal to A sin theta. Here A is equal to 2.5 meters and theta is equal to, theta is always measured from positive x-axis in counterclockwise direction. So here I am taking theta from here to here. From here to here, theta is nothing but 360 minus 37 degrees. So 367 minus 37 is nothing but theta is equal to 323 degrees. So we know A value and theta value, so you can find out Ax and Ay. Now vector B having magnitude 3.5 meters pointing 20 degrees north of east. Vector B is pointing 20 degrees north of east. That means from east to north, north of east, east to north. At an angle of how much? 20 degrees. Vector B is pointing like this. Okay, its magnitude is nothing but 3.5 meters. So we need to find out Bx value and By value. So Bx is nothing but B cos theta and By is nothing but B sin theta. Here B value is nothing but 3.5 meters and angle theta is nothing but, it is from positive x-axis to vector. So in counterclockwise direction, theta is equal to 20 degrees. So you can find out bx and by here. As we know, b value and theta value. So after finding ax, ay, bx, by, add x components. That means add ax and bx. Resultant of x component is nothing but ax plus bx. You will get this value. Similarly, add y components to get a resultant along y-axis, ay plus by. He has asked to find out what is the magnitude of resultant vector. Magnitude is nothing but r equal to under root of rx square plus ry square. Okay? Right. Next, question number 35. Add the following vectors and determine the resultant magnitude and direction. A equal to 3 meter per second at an angle of 45. So here we need to find out ax value and ay value. Ax equal to a cos theta and ay is equal to a sin theta. A cos theta is nothing but a equal to 3 cos 45 and similarly ay is nothing but 3 sin 45. Okay, now find bx and by. Bx equal to b cos theta and by is equal to b sin theta. So here b value is nothing but 5 cos 135 and by is nothing but 5 sin 135. Here we will get ax, ay, bx, by. Resultant is nothing but resultant equal to rx, r equal to rxi plus ryj. So here rx is nothing but ax plus bx into I cap plus ay plus by into j cap. Add x components and add y components here. Now finally the magnitude of r is equal to under root of rx square plus ry square. That means rx is nothing but ax plus bx. Ry is nothing but ay plus by. By substituting in this formula you will get the answer. Next. Question number 36. Passengers on a carnival ride move at a constant speed in a horizontal circle of radius r equal to 5 meters, making a complete circle in 4 seconds. He has given time taken to make one complete circle is nothing but time period capital T. T is equal to 4 seconds. What is the acceleration? Acceleration A equal to v square by r. One formula that we know. And another one is nothing but v is nothing but 2 pi r by t whole square divided by r. That is nothing but 4 pi square r square by t square divided by r. R and r get cancels. So acceleration A equal to 4 pi square r by t square. This is another expression for centripetal acceleration, in which we know 4 is 4, pi is 3.14, pi value is nothing but 22 by 7, which is approximately equal to 3.14. R is given, r is equal to 5 and t is given 4. So you will find the acceleration from this equation. Okay, now come to question number 37. A projectile is fired upward at an angle theta above the horizontal with an initial velocity, initial speed v0. Initial speed v0. At its maximum height, what are its velocity vector, its speed and its acceleration vector? At maximum height, what are its velocity vector? At maximum height, v0y is equal to 0, only vx is there. Vx is nothing but v0x. That is v0 is nothing but v0 cos theta. v0 cos theta. It is asking, he is asking in vector notation. So v0 cos theta into I. And its speed is nothing but magnitude of velocity. So that is simply v0 cos theta. And its acceleration vector, at this point acceleration is always pointing downwards minus g, and so ay is equal to minus g. Vector, he is asking in vector form. G is always pointing downwards, that is along negative y-axis. So minus gj is in vector form. Next, what are the x and y components of vector A if its magnitude is 5 units, 45 degrees below the negative x-axis? So here I am drawing rectangular coordinate system like this. I'm drawing rectangular coordinate system like this. Origin, vector A points along 45 degrees below the negative x-axis. This is negative x-axis. So this is how much? 45 degrees below the negative x-axis with the length of 5 units. So what is the angle now? Angle from positive x-axis to vector in counterclockwise direction. That is A is equal to 5 units at an angle of 180 plus 45. That is nothing but 225. Okay, that is 225 degrees. So that is A is equal to 5 units at an angle of 225 degrees. Now we ask to find out x and y components. Ax equal to a cos theta. A cos theta is nothing but A is nothing but 5 cos 225. Similarly, find ay. Ay is nothing but a sin theta. A sin theta is nothing but 5 sin 225. Okay, you will get the answers here. Next, after an aeroplane takes off, it travels 10.4 kilometers west, 8.7 kilometers north, and 2.1 kilometers up. How far it is from the. So here x component is ax is equal to minus 10.4 as it is pointing along west direction, and ay is equal to 8.7 kilometers north. North means along y-axis. Ay. And upward direction is nothing but z-axis. Az is equal to how much? 2.1 kilometers. So how far? He is asking about distance. Distance is nothing but magnitude of displacement, that is under root of ax square plus ay square plus az square, that is under root of minus 10.4 whole square plus 8.7 whole square plus 2.1 whole square. You'll get the answer from this. Question number 40 now. D is equal to 6i plus 3j minus 1k, and E is equal to 4i minus 5j plus 8k. Find the magnitude of the displacement 2d minus E. So here I am making 2d minus E, that equal to 2 into D is nothing but 6i plus 3j minus k minus E. E is nothing but 4i minus 5j plus 8k. So 2 into 6, 12 minus 4 is nothing but 8i. 2 into 3, 6 minus or minus plus is nothing but 11j. 2 into minus 1, minus 2k minus 8k minus 10k is the answer. So now the magnitude of 2d minus E is equal to under root of 8 square plus 11 square plus minus 10 whole square. You will get the answer from this. Next, 41. Find the scalar product of the two vectors. The magnitude of the two vectors are A equal to 5 units, B equal to 5. A equal to 4 units and B equal to 5 units. Here, you need to find out A. A is nothing but AXI plus Ayj. So AXI is nothing but A cos theta. A is pointed along 53 degrees. So 4 cos 53 degrees into I plus 4 sin 53 into J. Similarly, find B vector. B is equal to Bxi plus Byj. So here B is equal to 5 units and angle is equal to 130 degrees. So 5 into cos 130. Bx is nothing but B cos theta. 5 cos 130 into I cap plus 5 sin 130 into J cap. Okay, we got A and B value here. Now find A dot B. A dot B is nothing but AX into BX plus AY into BY. This is one way. By doing AX into BX, multiplying this component and this component plus AY into BY. This is one way we can solve this question. The another way is A dot B is equal to simply AB cos theta. AB cos theta. Here A is equal to 4, B is equal to 5. Theta is angle between A and B. Angle between A and B is nothing but this one. This one is equal to 130 minus 53. 130 minus 50 is nothing but 80. 80 minus 3 is nothing but 77. In this way also you can find out the answer. After solving this in this way and in this way, compare these two. This and this. These two will be equal. We can solve in both types. Now question number 42. Question number 42. He has given a diagram. Find the x and y components of a, comma b, comma c and d vectors. Now here A is equal to, magnitude of A equal to how much? 8 meters. And what is the direction here? Theta. Theta can be find out from positive x-axis to vector, corresponding vector in counterclockwise direction. From here to here is how much? 270 degrees. So now you can find out Ax equal to A cos theta. A cos theta. A is nothing but 8 cos 270. And similarly you can find Ay is nothing but A sin theta, 8 sin 270. So in this way you can find out components of respective vector if you know the magnitude and angle. Next, B. B magnitude is nothing but B magnitude is 15 meters and which is pointed at an angle of theta. Theta is always measured from positive x-axis to respective vector in counterclockwise direction. From here to here the angle is 90 minus 30 is nothing but 60 degrees. So theta equal to 60 degrees here. So we know magnitude and direction. You can find out Bx equal to B cos theta and By equal to B sin theta. We know B value and theta value. So solve it. And similarly C. C is nothing but its magnitude is how much? 12 meters and at an angle of direction is how much? From here to here in counterclockwise direction. So 180 plus 25. 180 plus 25 is nothing but 205 degrees. So you know magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. So you can find out Cx and Cy. Similarly, D. So D magnitude is how much? 10 meters. And angle is how much for D? Angle is how much? From here to here it is 90 and plus 53. 90 plus 53. 143 degrees is the angle. So in this way you can find out dx is nothing but d cos theta and dy is equal to d sin theta. So we know d value and theta value. You can find the component, respective components easily. Okay. Next. Question number 43. Let the angle theta be the angle that the vector A makes with the positive x-axis. measured counterclockwise from that axis. Find the magnitude and angle theta for a vector that has the following components. Here, he has given in x component and y component. He has asked to find out magnitude and direction. Okay, so magnitude of A equal to under root of ax square plus ay square. That is under root of ax square is nothing but 2 square plus minus 1 square. That equal to root 5 units is the answer. Root 5 meters is the answer. Now we need to find out an angle here. To find out the angle, I am drawing a rectangular coordinate system here. Rectangular coordinate system, positive x-axis, positive y-axis. This is negative x-axis and this is negative y-axis. So our vector points along x equal to x equal to 2 meters and y is equal to 1 meter, minus 1 meter. So our vector points in fourth quadrant. The resultant will be pointed in fourth quadrant. Okay, this value is nothing but minus 1 and this value is nothing but 2 meters, minus 1 meter. So this angle theta, now tan theta is equal to opposite side to this angle is nothing but minus 1 divided by adjacent side is nothing but 2 meters. So theta is equal to tan inverse of minus 1 by 2. Okay, tan inverse of minus 1 by 2. 1 second, I am using a calculator in my mobile. So here tan inverse of 1 by 2 is nothing but 26.6. Here you will get it as 26.6 degrees. Okay, so this angle is nothing but 26.6. But our actual angle is always measured counterclockwise from positive x-axis. So our original angle is like this. This is the original angle for that vector. So original angle theta is equal to 360 minus 26.6 is the answer for this angle. Okay, in order to find out angle, you need to draw a rectangular coordinate system and we need to identify in which quadrant that vector falls and find the angle. After getting the angle, you need to check whether that angle makes from positive x-axis in counterclockwise or not. Always you need to measure the angle from positive x-axis in counterclockwise direction. Okay, do the rest of the problems B, C, D similarly. Find the magnitude of the resultant of two vectors A and B in terms of their magnitude and angle between them. That is, this is a parallelogram law. So, follow the book, see the book and solve it. That is, magnitude of the two vectors and angle between them. Magnitude R will be turn out as a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, and theta is equal to tan inverse of b sin theta by a plus b cos theta. Prove this. Next. Question number 45. Here figure shows two people pulling on a stubborn mule. The person on the right side pulls with a force of F1 is equal to F1 force 1 of magnitude 81.8 newtons directed at an angle of theta 1 equal to 55 degrees from positive x-axis. So you will make x component and y component here. The person on the left pulls with a force of F2. F2 equal to 73.9 degrees, and theta is equal to from positive x-axis to counterclockwise. This angle is nothing but 180 minus 65. 180 minus 65. So you will get theta 2 here. Okay, so you can simply find out f2x is nothing but f2 cos theta 2, and f2y is nothing but f2 sin theta 2. F2 sin theta 2. So find the single force that is equivalent to these two forces. Single force F resultant equal to F1 plus F2 vector components. F1 is nothing but F1x into I plus F1y into j, plus F2 is nothing but in vector form F2x into I plus F2y into j. Okay, using this you will get the resultant force. Next, question number 46. A stone is thrown from the top of the building upward at an angle 30 degrees to the horizontal with an initial speed v0 equal to 10 meter per second, theta is equal to 30 degrees, and if the height of the building is 40 meters, initial height of the building is 40 meters. So when the stone reaches its maximum height, what are values of horizontal component of velocity? Horizontal component of velocity v0x equal to v0 cos theta, and vertical component of velocity at maximum height, vertical component of velocity is equal to 0, vy equal to 0, and the horizontal component of its acceleration is always 0 in horizontal direction, and vertical component of acceleration is minus g. So completed part A. How long does it take to reach the ground? Use y minus y0 equal to v0y into t minus half gt square to find out time. Final position, when it touches the ground, final position y equal to 0. Use this equation to get the time. What is the range? Range equal to horizontal distance equal to v0 cos theta into t. So v0 cos theta is nothing but v0 is how much? We find out v0 cos theta here, and time just to find, you can find out the time from this equation. Multiply v0 cos theta into time so that you will get the horizontal range. Derive the equations for maximum height, time of flight, horizontal range of a projectile. Maximum height formula is v0 square sine square theta divided by 2g, and time of flight is nothing but 2v0 sine theta by g, and horizontal range equation is v0 square sine 2 theta by g. So obtain expressions for these three parameters. Next, a cricket ball leaves from a bat with a speed of 50 meters per second at an angle of 30 degrees from the horizontal. Find maximum height attained by the ball and horizontal range. Maximum height formula is, range formula is v0 square sine 2 theta by g. He has given v0 value, v0 is equal to 50 meters per second, and theta is equal to 30 degrees, and you know g is equal to 10 meter per second square or 9.8 meter per second square. Substitute this, you will get the answer. Similarly, maximum height is nothing but v0 square sine square theta divided by 2g. Here you know v0, theta and g value, so you will get the answer for maximum height also. The position of a particle is given by r equal to this much. Find v of t, a of t, find the magnitude and direction of v of t at t equal to 2 seconds. See the example for this and solve this. Explained in video lecture also. This explained in video lecture. Go through it. and solve this question. Okay, we come to an end almost. If P is equal to 2i plus 4j plus 14k and Q is equal to 4i plus 4j plus 10k, find the magnitude of 2p plus 3q. So first to find the vector 2p plus 3q, that is 2 into p, 2i plus 4j plus 14k plus 3 into q. Q is nothing but 4i plus 4j plus 10k. So find this vector, and after this find out the magnitude. Magnitude is nothing but 2p plus 3q is nothing but under root of x component square plus y component square plus z component square. Okay, and next find the dot product of p and q here. P dot q, make p dot q. P dot q is nothing but 2i plus 4j plus 14k dot 4i plus 4j plus 10k. Dot product is nothing but, we need to multiply the respective components first. 2 into 4 is nothing but 8 plus 4 into 4 is nothing but 16 plus 14 into 10 is nothing but 140. By adding this, you will get the answer for scalar product, dot product of two vectors. Define uniform circular motion and obtain an expression for centripetal acceleration of a particle in uniform circular motion. Derive an expression for centripetal acceleration, AC equal to V square by R. You will find this in video lecture. Okay, an insect trapped in a circular groove of radius are equal to 15 centimeters, that is 0.15 meters, moves along the groove steadily and completes 10 revolutions in 100 seconds. So for 10 revolutions, time taken is 100 seconds. For one revolution, time taken is 100 by 10 seconds, that is 10 seconds. So time taken to complete one revolution is how much? 10 seconds. What is the angular speed? What is its time period? What is its time period? And what is its linear speed? Check the example, last example of chapter number 4 to answer this question. And this is also already explained in video material. Okay, so this is the end of question bank for chapter number 4. Go through all 52 questions, and I will conduct a quiz, and I may take some of the questions from this question bank. All the best.